What's up guys, Mike Thomas, aka The Young Trishula here. Today I want to show off a match that was played live over on our Twitch stream at twitch.tv/TrishulatTTV. Go check us out, we have a lot of fun over there. And I wanted to show this match off because, first of all, our opponent was playing a very interesting deck. Never seen this deck before. This definitely seems like something that they've been working on, so definitely a really cool deck. Shout outs to our opponent. I also want to show it off because I think it shows off how capable Dragon Link can be of playing through a large number of interruptions and still being okay. Let's not waste any time. Let's just hop straight into the replay. We are going to skip the dice roll. We lose the dice roll. We are going second, and as you can see, we are playing Danger Dragon Link that we showed off on the channel the other day. We see from the opponent's hand that they've drawn kind of a bricked hand, and they're going to start off with Instant Fusion, which is kind of interesting. So they're going to summon out the Magic-y Beast, which is a tuner, and they're going to normal summon their Effect Veiler into Halki Fibrax. They're going to turn those two into an Auroradon combo. They're going to get out their 3 tokens, and they're going to get their Despot back. They're going to go for Herald to protect themselves from Nib, go for the Cult Wing, summon back 2 tokens, get back their Despot, and then go for Cupid Pitch. Use Cupid Pitch and the Cult Wing to go for Baron. They'll burn us, then they'll go Fusion Destiny, summon out the DP, and then they'll set 2 Imperms. So this is a lot, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4 negates and a pop. This is looking pretty bad for us. So we are going to draw for turn. We're going to draw our Noctivision, and we're going to start by setting Dragon Ravine. I don't want to reveal what I'm playing just yet, and we don't want to reveal which field spell this is. So I'm going to normal summon the Seyfert and see if they DP pop. They don't. They give me priority. So I reveal Danger Tsuchinoko. They are going to roll their dice, and they're going to snipe Danger Tsuchinoko out of hand. Important that it gets banished because of Herald of the Arclight, but also important ruling to note that because these cards say if this card is discarded, they can all the danger monsters can trigger if they get banished. So Tsuchinoko is going to summon itself back because it doesn't have to summon from the graveyard, and we are just going to go battle phase, and we're going to attack. So I thought it was a little bit weird that they didn't use DP to pop even the Seyfert or anything. They just let us kill the token and the Herald. This was okay because we were able to attack over the Herald of the Arclight, dealing with 1 negate. I wanted to make sure that we had at least 1 danger monster on the field to deal with that 1 negate. So because we got 2 monsters, we were able to attack over it. Now we freely flip our Dragon Ravine. So we use Dragon Ravine, and we're going to pitch our Nessie and send Levianeer to the graveyard. Sending Levianeer, obviously, because we already have access to the Seyfert, and Nessie then triggering because it was discarded. So we're then going to turn the Seyfert into Striker Dragon and reveal our Nocto. I don't want to just freely sacrifice this and use its effect to search a dragon, because if they negated with Baron de Fleur, we would have no dragon monsters. So we're going to go up into Striker Dragon and Chain Block so they couldn't Baron negate, but they are going to have the Imperm. So we do get our Noctivision into play, and we're going to go for Dark the Dark Charmer Gloomy and draw a card off of Noctivision. Obviously, we don't need to go for Romulus because we already have our Ravine. Now, this is interesting because the only dark monster in their graveyard is the Magic-y Beast, but because Instant Fusion would count as a proper fusion summon, we'd be able to summon this back. So we're going to activate our Dark Charmer, and they're going to flip their second Imperm on us. So a little bit unfortunate. Then we're going to go for Danger Nessie, reveal that Nessie, and unfortunately they're going to snipe the Nessie, so Nessie doesn't trigger. We're going to reveal our Jackalope, go for Jackalope, pitch our Tracer, draw a card, and then we are going to link into Curious. Now, Curious is interesting because we're going to force out this Baron de Fleur, and what's nice about this is that because they destroyed our Curious Lightsworn Dominion while it was on the field, we are now able to add back anything from our graveyard. We could get back the Levianeer either way because we had that Seyfert, but we're just going to grab our Levianeer this way, and we are going to special summon it, banishing that Curious. Then we're going to activate Levianeer. He's going to pop our Levianeer. I think it was maybe better for him to pop Dragon Ravine, maybe not, because we're already in main phase 2. We're going to end up clearing his whole field. He's going to trigger his DPE. We're going to get our Levianeer back, and we're going to pass. Now, this is where it gets a little bit unfortunate. Our opponent top decks Alistair the Invoker, getting Invocation. So what we're seeing is Combo Invoke. I have never seen Combo Invoke before in my entire life, but we're going to get punched in the face for 5k here, and we are going to draw another copy of Rocket Synchron. I'm going to go Dragon Ravine, just trying to bait out this DPE. Send Galactic Spiral, and then this kind of forces my hand here, so I go for the Levianeer, use Levianeer to try and force out this Makaba, which thankfully we do. However, because we weren't able to force out this Phoenix Enforcer, our last card is Synchron. We are going to normal summon Synchron, get back our Noctovision. He's going to pop Nocto, which I thought was actually really good for us because I thought we were actually going to be able to combo our opponent from here. However, I looked at my extra deck and we did not have Striker Dragon. I forgot that we'd already gone through it, so we just end up conceding. So we're going to start off game 2. Starting off game 2, you see that we draw 2 Dangers, a Rocket Tracer, a Nocto, and a Token Collector. So pretty good hand. Starting with the Rocket Tracer, go Nocto. We get Impermed. We get Impermed again on our Romulus, and then we get Droll and Lockbirded. So I know that went a little bit fast because I had on fast forward, but we got Impermed on Striker, Impermed on Romulus, and Droll and Lockbirded at the resolution when we drew off Noctovision. So if it weren't for the Droll and Lockbird, I would have continued playing with my Danger monsters, just trying to build some kind of a board, but because of that Droll and Lockbird, I didn't want to risk it, so I just end up passing on Romulus. We have this Token Collector, and they are going to go up into their Hulk. They're going to summon their Despot. They're going to go Auroradon, and they're going to summon out their tokens. They're going to use their Despot. We're going to use our Token Collector. Get rid of the tokens. They're just left with a Despot that doesn't do much, and they're going to pop our Token Collector, and they're going to attack us with Auroradon, setting a Droplet, and just passing on this. Not really too impressive. We draw Snow for turn. We summon our Rocket Monster. We get our Dangers going off, and at this point, we have so much. We get our Tsuchinoko back. We go Dark. We once again target his monster in the graveyard. He droplets us again, and then we just go for Savage with the Tracer and lock him out of the game. He has no cards remaining, so Savage negates the first card he draws, and he loses. So now into game 3, he's going to open Meltdown, plus Alistair for Invocation, and then we see the Pot of Prosperity come down, looking, of course, for a tuner. He does find it in the form of the Emergency Teleport. He goes Emergency Teleport into that Halki Fibrax, into Despot, into Auroradon, getting their tokens, getting the Despot out, everything that we've seen before, going for the Herald of the Arclight, getting the Cult Wing, summoning out 2, going for Despot, going for Cupid Pitch, decreasing the level, burning us for 1,000, summoning Baron, making Makaba on top of everything with the Invocation, getting back that Alistair for follow-up, and then setting 2. So this board is very I know it looks a little bit different than the first game, but it's actually very similar to the board that we played against game 1. And actually, I think this is a scarier board because this is 1, 2, 3 negates, 4 negates with the Veiler, 5 negates with Imperm, and a punishment, which is more or less a DPE, and the potential with Intis to be a double DPE. So this is actually more negates than the first board, and a pop, and 2 pops. And then, of course, we draw Lancia off the top. Would have been nice to help us deal with the Makaba and the Pot of Prosperity, but beggars can't be choosers, so we draw it. We draw it now. We start with Quick Launch, and we get our Rocket Tracer from deck. I'm summoning the Rocket Tracer just to try and bait something, see if we can, you know, see if this forces anything out, just get it into play. Normal summon the Seifert, and we will once again enter battle phase, just attack over the Seifert, then go main phase 2, reminder that Tracer cannot attack because of Quick Launch. Then we'll go for Striker Dragon. Now, this is actually maybe a misplay on our opponent's part, though I kind of suspected that they had an Imperm. We go for Striker Dragon here. We go effective Striker Dragon, they chain Imperm. We chain Droplet, sending our 2 monsters, negating both Makaba and Baron, sending the Striker from our field, meaning it's no longer being targeted by this Imperm, and getting our Boot Sector launch. So what's really cool about this, is that we get to keep our Boot Sector here. So now, and because we put a Tracer in the graveyard, we can now reborn that Tracer. So we're going to do exactly that, reborn the Tracer, target the Boot Sector. They're going to Veiler us. So now that is the 4th interrupt that we've managed to deal with. Now we're going to slam our Chaos Space, pitching that Lancia, getting Collapse Serpent, specialing the Collapse. They're going to go for Punishment, use Punishment to pop just the Tracer. So maybe they don't play Intis. We're going to go into Pisty with our Collapse Serpent, get our Wyver Burster, special Wyver Burster, put Collapse back, draw a card, and then we are going to go Dragon Ravine, pitch the Galactic Spiral we draw, find a Levy, get that Levy into our hands, summon the Galactic Spiral back, and then go into Seals. Now, I do make a slight misplay here because I was a little bit eager. I did forget to search Collapse Serpent off this Wyver Burster, though I don't think it really matters. We go for Levianeer, we pop his 2 monsters, and then we go for the Zombie Vampire after making a Seal. Then we're going to mill 4 cards from both players. We are going to mill another Alistair from our opponent, Nadir, Fusion Destiny, E-Telly, and we are going to mill Lancia, Collapse that we were supposed to search, so that maybe that could have been another good card, but probably not, right? Most of our good mills we've already been through. A Tracer and a Seifert, so we are going to hit this safer, and then we are going to tribute it off, getting a tracer for follow-up, and we are going to pass our turn. They are going to start with a Auroradon and target the seals. We're just going to chain seals and bounce it, get a Destrudo into play. They're going to go for Pot of Prosperity. They're going to hit Imperm, set the Imperm, and they're just going to concede because they realized they forgot their Ash Dragon. Now, maybe this game would have ended up in their favor had they remembered that Ash Dragon, though maybe not. I just wanted to show this off because there's a lot of people who, you know, still don't realize that Dragon Link can really push through a lot. This was, keep in mind, this was 5 negates and 2 pops. Granted, we did have Forbidden Droplet to deal with a couple of those negates. Still able to push through it. We play the card, so still the same as playing through it. So hopefully you found this video helpful or interesting, and if you did, I would really appreciate a like or a comment on this video letting me know that you found this useful to you in some way. That's all I have for you today, so hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one.